All right, we're back. I got all the Solas branded, and it was really wrinkly, so I wet it down really good until the whole thing was pretty wet. It probably still looks kind of wet, and put my big Old Testament interlinear on top of it for about, I don't know, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So now it's flat again, and give you an idea what it looks like. If you can see it there, see it in the light a bit better. It's not real deep, but it shows up pretty good, probably better than it does on the video, in person. Anyway, I want to go through it a little more and give it a little more definition. So I changed the tip on here back to that really pointy tip. If I can get it to focus in. Let's see if it'll focus. Maybe it won't. Anyhow, that's a much more pointy tip. So maybe I can get a little more definition in my letters. And I gotta clean it some more as well. But anyway, so all of them are done. I'm just gonna go through here and just make them look a little cleaner. It is much easier starting with that more rounded tip, because this one does dig. It digs a little bit more. So if you go ahead and start with yourself a more rounded tip, get yourself a little trough, a little kind of a little route for this one to go. It makes it a whole lot easier. So anyway, so I'll do the top one so you can see. I'm trying to make this video too terribly long, but I'm sure I'll have to flatten it again. I'll put more heat on it, but I'm just going through it again, really light, really no pressure. If you imagine writing with a pencil and you're just trying to do the faintest of marks, that's what kind of pressure I'm talking about. Really light pressure. Almost doing it over again. You're just doing it inside the brand you've already gone through. You'll see some new smoke, but for the most part, it's smokeless. After that initial brand, it's not too bad. You can see it starting to curl up a little bit. But you can definitely see the difference from the first pass with the rounded, let's see if I can get where you can see it. You can see the difference between that Sola and the others. Has a little more depth to it, a little more definition to it. You might can't see it from there, but anyhow. Yeah, I'm going to go through all these and get them looking a little bit better. Still got to do a little more cleaning. There's still some marker left on it. I didn't really scrub it real hard or put any leather cleaner on it. And that's probably what I'll have to do to get it completely clean. The markers that I used to do the lines and the letters were not the same gray washable markers. These were still Crayola, so I assumed that they were washable, but they're definitely not coming off as easy as the gray was. And maybe it's just a color. But anyway, I'm going to continue doing this. Maybe I'll get Scriptura done so you guys can see. And after that, I'm going to turn it off until just to save some time on the video. and I'll get the rest of them done off camera. And then we'll come back and I'll have them flattened out again, and I'll try to clean it to where it'll basically be done for that little piece. I'm sure I'm going to keep putting stuff here and there, and on this end I'm going brand crazy, but anyway, let me get to this bit right here, and then we'll stop the video and all that good stuff. You notice I'm trying to pull, like I said, don't push, pull. It's much smoother. Instead of pushing uphill, it was it's a lot easier. Maybe you can push across, like on top of this C, push across and then just pull down. It's not too bad. You give it a little more definition. Be careful not to tilt your tool, tilt your pen too far, or this piece that's hot as well will touch and you'll get a mark where you don't want to mark. But just basically write with it like a pen, knowing that you can't make a mistake. Or if you do make a mistake, you need to plan ahead and make sure that you have enough margin around whatever you're doing that you can make another pass and cover it up or whatnot. And I'm kind of running the risk doing this kind of handwritten because I don't have a lot of margin in these small letters to make a mistake. So, okay. Scripture is done. Like I said, you can see how wavy it is. You see how wavy it's gotten. I'll kind of show you. I'll squeeze out a little water on there and just wipe it down real good. Wipe it down real good. Notice I've gotten the Sola Scriptura. The other four I'm going to get in just a minute, but I'm going to repeat this process once I'm done with the rest of them. But it'll actually make me getting Solus Christus without this wave. It'll make it a little easier to get that. So I'm going to place this book. And if you have the time, it's probably not a bad idea to do this as often as possible. Do that. And I mean, in just a minute, you can see how much flatter it is. But anyway. So I'm going to put that on there and let that flatten back out. I'll be back and you'll see the rest of the 4 solas done and hopefully clean and whatnot. But that's really basically all it is. I'll just show you the finished product and maybe give you some ideas of what I'm going to do next. So I'll be right back. All right, now I have gone back over the all the solas and re-wet my piece of leather from my journal. Put my interlinear on top of it, and you can see it's almost back to the way it was originally, flat, and it did have some significant waviness to it. And let this be a learning lesson from me to you that I don't know if you can see those lines. The marker that I used, yep, not quite as washable as the one I had previously, but it's mine, and I'm not really worried about it. It's not a big deal. I think it looks pretty good though. I think it looks pretty decent. Let's see if I can get this a little closer. You have a lot. It's not completely dry yet, but it looks pretty good, and I'm gonna have it for a long time, so I'm pretty happy with it. And in the light, you can really see the kind of the depth. Again, the thickness is, it's about like the journal Bible I had, but you know, once it completely dries, I could probably go over it. Again, you can see where when washing it, you kind of wash some of the char out of some of the holes and whatnot, ruts or holes or whatnot. You can also see the lines left. So anyway, if you do it like I did it, use pencil or something else. But the top marker that I used, it just left it on there. Of course, I might do a border around it to kind of take up some, and I might actually do the line and let it look almost like a lighter, not even really a deep brand, but almost just like a marking with the, and I think that might look kind of cool, you know. So anyway, that's really it. That's about all I got, and really, I got more room to go. I just think it'll look really cool once it's you know, completely done. All the branding that you know, because I'd like to do the back with some cool stuff. If you have any ideas, I was thinking like a Celtic cross on the back, or some other Christian symbols, or things meaningful to the Christian. And so if you think of anything really cool, let me know. Put a comment down below. And really, if you think of anything you'd like to see branded, that would kind of go along with the same type theme, comment below. I've got some scrap leather coming in, so almost like some practice leather. 'Cause I'd like to get better at this. I'll try to make some videos doing it, and maybe it'll help someone else interested, you know. So anyhow, again, I might touch this up later, but you know, it's 98% done. That's about how it's going to be. So, but anyhow, it works out good. Worked out good in my opinion. I think it looks pretty good. Also, again, as I've commented, make sure you turn off your pen. There's nothing like a pen left on, burning somebody or burn down your house. So anyhow, again, this is a True Art Pyrography pen, 30 watt. So and it comes in a kind of like a container like that with the little stand and the other tips and whatnot. So anyhow, hopefully this was helpful to you. Maybe it might help someone wanting to try to do something cool and creative. So yeah, maybe it's just entertaining. Anyway, if it helped you, hopefully that's the case. Nevertheless, this is done for me. So take care. Bye bye.